Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I have my Perfume Diaries video. We are going to be doing the second update of the month, and in these videos, I update you guys on the fragrances that I'm wearing, any body care that I'm layering it with, any perfume combos, just any updates on what I have been wearing to smell good throughout the month. So if you would like to know all of the perfumes that I have been using this month, just keep on watching. Alright guys, so I have my little tray here with my products, and I don't have too many to update you guys on today because I've kind of been becoming a creature of habit, which is pretty crazy because I crave change and I love changing my makeup, doing a different makeup look all the time, trying new outfits, and I used to be the same with perfume. I just wanted to try them all, but for the past couple years I have been going through like that phase of wanting to really curate my collection, but it's been hard because the moving just doesn't help at all. I have just been curating my collection to wherever it is that I'm living at the moment and really using the things that I love. I always tell myself that I'm going to get super strict and I'm only going to keep the product. You know those products that when you spray them out, you literally have like a dance party every time. You are just so excited. You're in heaven every time. That's what I want. I don't want to continue to try and make things change, which I'm always doing because I'm always reviewing things. So it's part of the job. But I have really been enjoying really just being very picky. If it doesn't completely excite me, it can go somewhere else. Not in a mean way, but there is something for everyone. So we should be able to enjoy what really makes us happy. So we are in the middle of summer. It's really hot. A lot of perfumes can smell very screechy, very strong. But then there are also some florals that I can get away with wearing because the heat kind of kills off certain notes and then you're left with a nice smell. So I'm gonna go over the things that have been working for me. I have literally been stuck on like the same scent. So if you watched my previous update for the beginning of July, I'm still using the same shower products, the same lotions, the same oils. I did add one product though that I need to talk about in this video because this is like a must-have here for me. Year round, I will continue to purchase this every single time I run out. And this is from Honey. I bought this, literally just showed this in my previous Sephora haul. This is their Splash Solve. And this is a in-shower moisturizing body balm. I had this in the past and I really loved it. I think I had it in Puerto Rico if I'm not mistaken. What I didn't really like about it too much was that the original one that comes in like a reddish or like a wine color packaging, that one smells kind of like woody and rosy, and it's not a bad scent at all. It's actually like a very sexy scent, but after a while it can get a little overpowering or overbearing, and I just wanted something that was no fragrance. So I saw that they came out with the fragrance free one, and now I mean I just got this, and as you can see I need to slow down because I've been taking clumps of this and literally just slathering my body. But what makes this product different is that you're going to be using this in the shower. This is not a body butter that you put on when you're done showering. So the instructions say to use in the shower after cleansing. Apply directly to wet skin. Rinse without scrubbing. Then gently pat dry with a towel. You guys, when I tell you my skin will be moisturized the entire day with this product. If I wanted to come out of the shower and literally just put my clothes on without putting any other type of body butter, lotion, or anything, I could, because that is how moisturizing and hydrating this is. Your skin will feel like baby skin. So good. I love this. I love to use this also, especially like when I go in with an intense like scrub day and everything shower, and then I finish it off with this. I could literally like slide into my bed. Just smooth. This is so good. So if you have dry skin, this is a must-have. That will also help keep your fragrance on longer because it does not feel like Vaseline, but it leaves your skin moisturized in the way that a scent will definitely linger for longer. Now let's talk about body mist. I have been going through my old Bath & Body Works body mist, seeing what works for me, seeing what I'm ready to get rid of. I've been giving my girls some stuff, or I'll give friends and family stuff, but I also want to see what I want to keep. So I have been really enjoying these two fragrance mists that I bought months ago, years ago actually. The first one is the oldest one. So this one is called Whipped Coconut Milkshake. I have been obsessed with this. I have been wearing this morning, during the day, at night. I love to go to the gym with this. So whenever you hear me speaking about these types of body mist, for sure they are being used at the gym because I want to smell good at the gym, but I don't want to be too much either, especially because I go at 5 in the morning. This one has notes of vanilla ice cream, toasted coconut, and sugared amber. I can't really do too many gourmand scents here. They don't work out because they could either get too thick, or something that also happens is that a scent that's supposed to be like a nice gourmand sweet scent will all of a sudden here smell like Whole Foods herbal. It will smell like cumin. It stops being a nice gourmand and turns into like aromatic weird gourmand that I don't enjoy. So when I find gourmands like this, I am just so happy. And this was sitting in my collection. I wasn't paying attention to it. So I have really, that has been like my goal for the past, I would say, few years. I have really been trying to teach myself that yes, we love to shop, and I'm such a girly girl when it comes to that. I love a good shopping trip, but I also really find it so exciting to go through the things that I already own, read about them, try them out, see if it's really doing what it claims. So that's just what I have been really loving, and I think you guys have really been enjoying it because you've been keeping up with a lot of my updates. I feel like it's a better way to give reviews. I feel like if I'm focusing on too many things at once, I can't give you the right review. This kind of makes me think of like Bianco Latte and all of these like caramelly, coconutty, gourmand, creamy, like tonic type of scents, but this is wearable for me in a very hot and dry state. I can still pick those notes up without it becoming nasty and gross. The amber's not too much. The vanilla and the coconut mix in a way that this is like a grown up dessert type of scent. It also has a sexiness to it. So this is one of my favorites. If you ever see this one release again, pick it up. This next one is from the Disney collection. I've also been wearing Moana nonstop as well. Actually, it has a pretty good dent going on. You can't even see it at the top no more, but here is Moana. And this one has notes of lush green palms, plumeria breeze, and coconut water. Again, perfect for summertime, perfect for the heat. But what I like about this one, oh, I'm so in love with this one. The more that I use it, the more I'm just like, give me more, because it smells so refreshing. This is coconut water without it being SPF sunscreen, literal poor beach day, which sometimes those are nice to have. This is more island, the breeze, the ocean, the salty, beachy. You guys know I like that. There's so many palm trees with this one. I don't want you to think of only warm and sand beachy, but like a island, tropical, palm trees, lush. I love the way that they did Moana. So these are the two that I have been wearing nonstop during the weeks and the mornings. So now I'm going to move on to the actual perfumes. I have 3 that I have been wearing nonstop, and then I have 2 that they're okay and I was very excited about them, but I'm not really enjoying them in that way. Like I just talked about in the beginning of the video, like, oh my god, this is amazing. I am not really getting that with these 2, and I'm kind of getting more of like that roller coaster type of vibe with a perfume where one day it's really good, the next you can't wait to take it off, and I hate when that happens. So the first one is a travel size. I was very excited about this one. I'm not gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna try it during fall time to see, and I might do the same with this other one too. I'm not sure yet, but this one is Fleur Missing Person. So I received this one and I was testing it out, trying to see if I wanted to get a full size of it. And I remember really like saying, I really like this one. There's something about it that reminds me of Glossier You, Jo Malone Scarlet Poppy. It's powdery, it's skin-like, and some days I try it and it's so intoxicating in the best way. And then other days I kind of get like that peppery, not so amazing vibes. Maybe it depends on the heat here, how hot it is. So I'm going to put this one aside and bring it back out kind of like around October. See how I feel about it then. You guys know I've been trying to make this one work for years. It just makes me think of like pink and pink feathers and a pink room, girls night or girls movie night, just anything girly, anything bright. This is the Versace Bright Crystal. So I have been trying to wear it, and although it's not bad at all, it's not giving me a headache here. It's not too sharp because it used to get very sharp in other places that I would try it. So I am able to wear it, but then it quickly kind of like disappears here, and I just don't feel like that special just scent that I used to get before. So I don't know what to do with this one. I'm kind of like iffy about it. It's not bad at all, but then it's also, I'm not super excited about it. So this one's kind of just like there. Such a beautiful scent though. I just don't know why. It's like if something was missing from the way that it used to smell when I used to wear it back in Miami. Like this smells so good there, but it always just felt a little screechy for me. And it's not screechy here, but then I'm not really like, I feel like someone would probably love it more. So maybe it will get decluttered, but for right now, I'm not too sure about that one. Now I'm going to talk about the three that I haven't put down that I really love. And we have like a mix of price range and type of perfume. So the first one I'm gonna go with is super, super affordable. Again, not sure if this is something that you can still find because the things that I like just tend to disappear. All of the perfumes that I have really just fell in love with are either discontinued, they're not available no more, they were limited edition. This one I think you can still get maybe Amazon, Mercari, eBay. I'm not too sure, but this is super affordable. It used to be available at Walmart. This is Eau de Juice Good Energy. This fragrance right here has been a favorite this summer. This is another one between the L'Or Sublimity, that's like my number one, with Le Monde Gourmand Lait de Coco. That combination was summer 2026. But this is like, hey, I'm running to the grocery store. Splash it on. Hey, I'm gonna take the kids to the park real quick just for like 10 minutes because it's so hot here. Splash it on. I'm gonna go drop off some packages at the post office. Splashes on. Like, it is so tropical, so juicy. The mango is not a literal mango, but it's also not that mango that I get in other perfumes. This is mango. It's a little sugary, it's breezy, it's fresh, tropical, summer vibes. Good Energy is such a pretty name for it. I have been obsessed with that one. Para oler bueno no hay que gastar un montón. This was like 20 bucks. Next up, this one is a little bit more, but still affordable. It's a celebrity scent. Very girly, very innocent. It is getting a little thicker as it has been sitting. And this is Wicked Bubbly Pink by Ariana Grande. Ariana's perfumes are some of my all-time favorite perfumes, even though I was not as happy with the Cloud Aurora, is that what it's called? Aurora? I don't know. I found it a little bit boring compared to other beautiful perfumes that she has released in the past. Like the Sweet Like Candy, the Ari perfume, the original Cloud. Like those to me are like beautiful perfumes that were different from other celebrity perfumes. This one has something that just reminds me of being a little girl playing with my little make-believe makeup that I always used to carry everywhere. Literally 5 years old with an arm stacked full of bracelets, blush, earrings, necklaces, perfume, a purse, the whole outfit. This takes me to that world of like being a little girl, going to my aunt's house. She would always take me to like the back room and just tell me like, look, I'm not using these lipsticks. If you want to take them, take them. And I will go back to my grandma's house with a whole makeup bag full of stuff. That is where all of this started. So I'm going to blame my aunt. That's just what this takes me back to, is just my little play makeup. But then when it starts to dry down, it's starting to get thicker. I don't know what's in here. If it's orange blossom, if it's vanilla, there's something that's coming through that's a little bit thicker now, that's making the scent more gourmand. Before it used to come off more like fresh and bubbly, with whatever florals are in here, and it was more like citrusy and bright. But there's something that's getting very thick lately, but I don't mind it. It smells very good, and I love to reach for this one. Very feminine, girly, just got out of the shower, shampoo-y type of scent. Now to finish off today's video, I left this one on the tray this month because I didn't really use it last month too much. This one I pull out if we're gonna go have dinner, if I want a perfume that is a little more perfumey, if you know what I mean, like when you're walking past a department store and all of those scents just hit you, that perfume scent. Like when I want that, I reach for this one because I am very picky when it comes to jasmine. Unfortunately, not all of them work for me. They can get very animalic or indolic, I'm not too sure which one. Just something about jasmine that comes through every single time, or almost every time. But here I've been able to enjoy jasmine a little bit more, and this one to me is done so perfectly. This is Valentino Voce Viva. I've been mentioning it a lot lately because it's hard for me to find this type of perfume, because usually I'll be fine, like I'll put them on and they'll smell good. The problem with these is that they will turn so weird on my skin after a while, and then they will get really screechy. Like the jasmine will get so loud, and that doesn't happen with Voce Viva. Voce Viva to me is this bright citrusy jasmine. The jasmine is there. It's a white floral. It smells very perfumey, very put together. My makeup is done, evening out to eat. But the citrus in here really makes it shine. It makes it sparkle. It makes it feel very feminine without it feeling too thick, heavy, screechy. None of that. It is such a beautiful perfume. Classic type of perfume. Like, it's not super unique or different. It's that perfumey type of scent, like department store, but it will last all night and it's beautiful. And the citrus mixed in with the jasmine was done perfectly. That brings me to the end of my perfume diaries video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Let me know which one of these fragrances you enjoy, which one you don't enjoy. Cannot wait to chat with you in the comment section. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in my next video.